Corey is off taking his beautiful car home, and we got Elijah over here. There he goes. He's gonna go get those break-in miles on the old hatch. So Corey, like I said, he's off. We got Elijah's car. Show you guys a quick setup. I'm really excited about this. So it has one of our stage 4 blocks in here, stage 2 heads. I believe it was BC 272 cams, and we have the BCP X500 Plus. ID 1300s. I want to say it was a Walbro 450 in the car. ETS front mount, everything to make good power on this thing. So I'm excited to see how we do on this today. I'm gonna go ahead and get her pulled on the dyno. It is definitely a really cold day. We got Elijah's car all strapped down on the dyno. Drivability stuff should pretty much all be done anyway, since I already have my own break-in map on the car and I already go through all that. So it'll be pretty quick there. Like I said, like always, I need to add the customer into the dyno, which I think he's already in here. And then we need to go ahead and calibrate the dyno just so the dyno shows the same RPM as the car. And we can get into tuning. Probably go ahead and look over the map, see how everything looks. Then from there, you know, I'll add in wastegate duty, we'll start doing our baselines, and we'll kind of see where we go. Right now we're on pump gas, and we will be doing E85 on this car today as well. So we'll go ahead and dial into pump gas map. This being much like an FP Green turbo is what they say. They say it's the successor of the FP Green. I'm really curious. I know I've made, e-tuning wise, I made 430 on a stock motor on pump gas with one of these, kind of pushing the limits, 93 octane. Today, I think we're probably going to see on Mustang numbers, I'm going to say 340 to 370 on pump gas, and then on E85, he wants 500 wheel. Dyno Jet may happen. Mustang, I think is probably going to make around 450. Let's say 470 today and see what happens. So let's go ahead and get this party started. We'll turn on the freezers. This is a cold day. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right guys, making good progress here. Pump gas on 20 psi is making good power. I did go ahead and bump it up to 22 pounds right now. We'll see if the pump gas will take it. 20 psi on this BCP X500, 381, 352 torque Mustang. You can sell, this car does have cams in it, so it is shifting the power band over. I'm seeing the turbo come in full tilt at 4,500 RPMs on here. If I didn't have camshafts, probably more around the 4,300 region. So you can see here it's carrying, it's inevitable, it's going to fall down here. This is pump gas, guys, so I mean I'm only able to run so much timing up top, but nice broad power band there. Going ahead, set you guys up. We're going to go ahead and try to see if she'll take 22 pounds now. We did the pull there, didn't quite hit my target at 22 pounds. It looks like it just barely touched 21, and now we're starting to get to the point where the turbo is touching 21 and it's falling down to about 19 and a half out the back. So we are getting some taper. We made right there 389 and 360 torque. Really good power on pump gas. I told him we're gonna go ahead and stop there because we're already at 65% wastegate duty, so I need some for E85. So that's gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna just verify everything with the drivability. Looks good on the car because we did put a new map sensor on it today to be able to hit more boost. We had a stock map sensor before, and we have an AM 5-bar map sensor on the car, so I just want to verify that all the drivability stuff is still the same on the car, being that it all goes off of your map sensor. So when you do change map sensors, sometimes that can change and fluctuate the fueling map a little bit. So I'm going to do that right now, then we'll go ahead and get the fuel drain out of this thing, and we'll go into full party mode on E85. So go ahead and drop down what you think it's going to make on E85. I think where we're at right now, just shy of 400 Mustang on pump gas. I think with E85, 450 is probably where we're going to end up, but we could go a little bit further. We'll see what happens. Had to go grab the GoPro from Chase. Looks like he's been slacking. He's not recording over there on the Honda. We did our first pull on E, just a little bit over our target of 24 pounds. Car made about 25 and a half, 25 pounds right there. I'll just change, adapt so you can see me again. A little over, like I said, 25 to 25 and a half pounds. We made 458 and 442. There's the graph. So I went ahead, cleaned that up. It was a little bit lean going in, being the first pull on E. So I added a little bit of fuel right at the peak of power there. And I went ahead and revised the timing map, added more wastegate duty in it because it did touch 25 pounds and then it fell down to 21 by redline. Pretty inevitable with this size of a stock location turbo. It's going to do that no matter what. So I went ahead and added a bunch of wastegate duty up there to try to hold that turbo up as long as I can. Moved our target up to 26 pounds, so let's let her eat. Let's hope maybe we'll get 470 on this one. Like I said, I did add some fuel, so it's going to lose a little bit there. Let's see what happens. So wrapping up that pull, guys, made a little bit more, but not quite the jump we were hoping for. I did move the target up because I noticed it wasn't using all of the wastegate duty I had in there. So I moved the target from 24 to 26, and I'm definitely gonna have to bump up our wastegate duty more. We're about out of it right now. I'm at 75%. I only have 95 to use. So we got about 20% more to go. 460, 440, 441. You can see we smoothed out the graph, definitely smoothed out the back a little bit. I'll have to take a look to see what it fell to up top. Need to add a little bit more fuel going in, but it was a lot better throughout the rest of the pull. It was like 1180 through the rest of the pull. So I just need to add a little bit more coming in. It was like 1220, 1240. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bump up the wastegate duty and try to hit a bigger target. I think we're running out of steam on our turbo here. The BCP X500, she's starting to run out of steam. So let's see what happens when we try to push her a little bit more. All right, guys, I just finished adjusting the map. I went ahead and took our wastegate duty from 75 to 90%. Like I said, we have 95 to play with. You can't go past that. I move it from 90 on, like, how do I put it? You only have 95% that you could use of that, because if I turn it past that, then it'll just have the boost controller on all the time, and obviously that would damage it. So we have 95 that we can use. The car's at 90% right now, so pretty much maxed out. I took our target from 26 pounds to 28. Now, mind you, it only touched 25 on the last one, so I don't think it's gonna hit that 28. We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll prove us wrong. Let's see where this BCP turbo can go. So here we go, guys. machine did hit 28 pounds on the last one there, but it only made 1 horsepower more. So we are completely just out of turbo, guys. It just doesn't make sense to run it here, obviously. I'm gonna go ahead and back it down, put it around 24 pounds. That's where the car is happy. 24 to 25 pounds, that's where we're gonna end it out. Car makes pretty much within the same horsepower, within 5 horsepower. There's no reason to push it that hard and risk hurting the turbo form. So for longevity, we're gonna back it down. I'm gonna do just another pull to clean it up. It made 461, 463, and I pulled up Doy, and I know you're watching Doy, my boy, stock motor to the moon, 32 pounds on an FP green. I pulled that up as a comparison over to BCP X500. Now keep in mind, this car does have a built motor and it does have camshafts. So with camshafts, it's gonna move the power band out a little bit, and then you're gonna see that in the graph here. So what we have here, like I said, is Elijah's car right here. The bright red is the one that we just did, 461, 463. The dark red is Doy, that's the FP green. So you can see I haven't pulled up there if it's clear enough. Doy's, you can see how much sooner it came in. Some of this is going to be camshaft related, and then out the back you can see the cams are holding the power up. So you can see here, but the FP green out torqued a lot. Keep in mind, this is 28 pounds versus 32 pounds. So what I'm getting from this, I haven't got to work with one of these BCPs on ethanol before. The FP turbos act like precision turbos from my experience. So you guys see we use a lot of them. It seems like you can keep pushing them to get a bigger number, and then obviously, you know, you're gonna taper boost down up top no matter what. I think that green was going down to like 25 out the back. This is falling to 21. So what I'm seeing is green, just FP turbos in general, are kind of like the precision turbos of the stock location. You can keep pushing them and they'll make a number. This is kind of acting like a Garrett turbo would, where, you know, you hit its number and then there just is no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and back it down, like I said, probably put it 25 pounds. I'm gonna give him all his SI drive modes, and then we'll wrap up here, and you guys already know, we're gonna go for that test ride. All right, boys, just did a pull, lowered the boost down to 25 pounds. We're back down to that 75% wastegate duty, and then I'm ramping up to 90 out the back. Car's still holding out to like 21.8 pounds at redline, up at 7,200 RPMs. I am gonna keep the redline at 7,200, even though we have camshafts. There's no point to go past that because, as you can see here, we are tapering. But this graph I wanted to show you guys because this goes to show efficiency of turbos. We lowered boost from 28 to 25 pounds, and we made more power, 469, 441 there. So we made more power on less boost. So that just shows you, like I said, the efficiency of the turbos. You know, once you start to push these things so far and the shaft speed gets to be so high, they actually start to lose power. And not saying that's every turbo, that's just what I see more of, like the Garrett based turbos. That means Blausch. I don't know if BCP uses a Garrett center cartridge. I'm sure a lot of things are shared in the turbo industry because there's only so much you can do. Precisions, they don't really care about shaft speed. Those things are beasts. In the end, I'm really happy to see it. I'm just going to go ahead and verify drivability, and we're all finished up. And Elijah did say we can go for a test drive, so let me do that, and then we'll go for that fun ride. Here we are, the favorite time. Here's Elijah. He looks like he's probably been standing outside in the cold forever because it's freaking cold. So now we're going for our test drive. You guys' favorite part. You excited?
I'm excited. Yeah.
You happy for the numbers?
Yep.
Oh, Mustang heart.
I mean, I wasn't looking for too great of a power, but I mean, I'm happy just to have the car back again.
Well, let's go ahead and get out here and go for a ride. You're driving. All right, boys, we are out here. Elijah's first time feeling this power, so everybody give him credit. I'm excited to see what it feels like. I probably start in the lower gear to that way we keep our speeds down. Probably start in second gear. And here we go. See what you think. It's fast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those damn Mustang numbers get you, and then you feel it on the street, and it's fast. That's wastegate doing work up top.
Yeah.
Because I have it almost shutting the wastegate up top. It's 90% wastegate duty up there, so you hear it go silent. But you happy?
I'm happy.
Yeah. He's speechless. We'll take this, it'll just loop around. But guys, this
life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas, Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground.